Are you bored of the standard country guides telling you that everything that you're going to do is just overpowered, even if it's not? Well, then fasten your seatbelts and enjoy a formation of Zoroastrian Persia from Ajam in less than 10 years. Let's go. First of all, this is an Iron Man guide. And don't believe people that do guides without this beautiful sign, because this is what can happen between the scenes. Most importantly, Ajam Mission Tree provides us Pro Elo Ultra OP meta tool, which is permanent claims. Those permanent claims are easily achievable and will lead us to not only form Persia, but also to unite the whole Persia region, which will make tall overpowered nation. First of all, take the lenient taxation from our government, which will lower our subjects' liberty desire, then make Timurids your rivals and just insult them, giving us the first mission and the first package of Pro Elo Ultra Tall claims. To form Persia, we'll need 3 provinces. 2 of them are on our border with the Timurids, so this will be our first focus, while the third one is either in Fars or in Mazaradan. In most of the cases, Mazaradan will be the easiest one to get, just after the Timurids war. To get this province from Mazaradan, just remember to start building spy network at the start, and with your third diplomat, you can get a royal marriage with the Ottomans. So later, once you improve relations with them, you also get a very strong ally on the west. Psst. This estates thing that I'm going to tell you, the pro gamers do not want you to know, but I'm here to tell you this. So you're going to take power points from clergy, from the nobility, and from the burghers. After this, you need to def your provinces once, sell the titles for ultra OP tall amount of money, then you def once again, and you seize your land to get the crown lands to 5. At this crown land, your autonomy will be slightly increasing, but do not worry, once you form Persia, you will become an empire, so there will be no problem with it anymore. Second most important thing to take from these states are of course the advisor costs, which will make your advisors very cheap and your mana generation better once you get them, and then from these states just take the other bonuses like supremacy of the crown, the prestige. Just don't take the monopolies, please. To get second batch of ultra top Pro Elo permanent claims, we are lacking 500 manpower, a general, and an army of your force limit. You can get the manpower around March 1445, at the same time the 2 others, because you don't have to recruit manpower troops, just recruit a free company of 6,000 men. In 1445, in 80 to 90% of the cases, one of the 2 things are going to happen. Either Shak Rukh, so the ruler of Timurids, will die, then liberty desire of all of the subjects will be close to 100, so they will not protect the Timurids once you attack them, or the disloyal subjects will just ally each other and attack Timurids anyway. So in both of the cases, you are in a one strategy and you can easily defeat the Timurids. Just remember, once you declare the war, focus all of your strengths on occupying Yazd and Kremar from the Timurids, because those 2 provinces you will need to form Persia. Peace deal itself, it doesn't have to be big. You just need those 2 provinces to form Persia, but of course, take as much as you can. In my case, I took a few provinces around, including the mountain fort in Ban, which is pretty useful to have, and I even humiliated the Timurids just to get an edge objective for humiliation of your rival. By the time you finish the war, you should have a claim on Mazaradan to just attack them right away and take Amol that you need to form Persia. While you'll be coring Amol, Yazd should be cored, so after this happened, you should start converting this province to Zoroastrian right away and turn off your missionary. And if the Yazd separatists are not at 30%, they will automatically change to Zoroastrian zealots. Keep in mind that in early game, selling the titles is an awesome way of getting tons of the money, and that's how I use this. But remember, if you want to do it yourself, you need to keep in mind your local autonomy. So if you're keeping your crown land on 5, you need to decrease the autonomy once it hits over 25. But it's fine, if you are too afraid of doing so, just keep your crown land over 20. Once you core Amol, you can form Ultra Pro-Elo Toll Strategy Persia, which will give you a couple of advantages. First of all, you become an empire, which gives you more of the governing capacity and decrease of your monthly autonomy. You get very nice ideas focused both on your economy and the army quality, and these army quality bonuses are Ultra Pro-Elo Tor nice, but in a good way, which together with the Zoroastrian monument will make your army invincible. What is special about Persia is that they're getting their own government, which is feudal theocracy. This gives you an extra missionary strength, and 3 buttons to click for power points, which give you construction cost, which will work very good with Zoroastrian religion, which gives you death cost in the state of your capital, or claims on all of the neighboring provinces that are a different religion, which will work even better when you be Zoroastrian. Once Zoroastrian rebels hit 50% of loading, you can provoke them to happen. Once you provoke them to happen, they will be occupying different provinces. Each province that they will occupy will change their religion to Zoroastrian. And once 50% of your total development will be of this religion, the rebels will be able to enforce the religion on you. But of course, you want to let them convert as much as possible, so later you'll be having less to convert, but honestly you'll be having so many bonuses to convert that it won't be a problem anyway. Once the rebels reach your capital, you want them to convert it, just to make it quicker, but remember, you don't have to wait all the time for them to siege it, because there's a trick. You just take 2000 troops, turn off the morale, you go into the battle. Once you're in the battle, you're taking the troops out of the garrison to fight with the rebels, and if the rebels stack wipe you in this battle, so they'll kill 2000 of your troops and 1000 from garrison, then the fort will be having no garrison, and your enemies will be able to siege down within a month. So this is a very useful trick for the religion conversions. Before you accept demands of the rebels, try resieging all of the provinces except your capital. Why? Because if you accept, then each province would get 20% of local autonomy. We don't want this. So if you resiege the provinces, only the capital would get the local autonomy, but capital cannot have more than 0 local autonomy. Once the rebels win, you'll get the Zoroastrian religion, you'll get the decision which gives you +2 missionary strength, super OP. You're able to keep the feudal theocracy, you just have to change it in the government reforms, and you'll need to develop your provinces to boost the crown land, because it should be probably at 0 because of the rebels. So you should actually just develop your capital, which will be anyway the place when you develop Renaissance later, so you start doing so by this. So this way, in less than 10 years, you have Ultra Tor Pro-Elo Zoroastrian Persia. But this is just the beginning. The Zoroastrian religion is giving you similar bonuses to Coptic, so you have to conquer and convert to Zoroastrian the different holy sites. You can see them here on the map, and each of them will unlock you a choice of a bonus. The bonuses are, well, they are not the best, but they are quite decent, especially in the country building. They do not give you anything to the military, but we have the monument in Shivan for the military. So at this point, I could just finish this guide, showing you how to form the Zoroastrian Persia, but I'm good enough to tell you things that most of the people would not tell you. How to create hyper troll ultra military 420 income Pro-Elo Persia. So what are the next steps? First of all, you'll be able to choose your first idea group. Well, I might tell you what you should take, but who am I to do it? Some McDonald's worker in Acropole? Well, I can only give you general recommendations, you know? If you want to roleplay the Zoroastrian Empire and conquer the world, I would suggest starting with religious and then go quantity. This way, we'll be having infinite troops with super quality, and religious ideas will give you a casus belli, the holy war, on everyone in the world that you'll border, because you're Zoroastrian, everyone else is not. Second thing will be to develop institution with only diplo and mill points in your capital. That should not be a problem to get the Renaissance very quickly. You need to rush down not only Shirvan, which has the monument, but also most of the holy sites for the bonuses. You don't have to rush India that early. The 4 bonuses will be enough for you. The biggest problem of Zoroastrian religion is that everyone else is in a different religion. So you have more aggressive expansion on the Muslims that are around you. That's why you should split the aggressive expansion by attacking once Sunnis, once the Shias. So, you know, you won't get the coalition by either of them. And to decrease the aggressive expansion on your neighbors, you should get an advisor for improved relation. You can use your trading policy for improved relation, and you should take the age perk for decreased aggressive expansion. Then you should mainly focus on using your permanent claims on uniting the region. You can use your vassals to give them eastern provinces, so you save some admin points for finishing religious ideas faster, and you'll not go behind in the tax. And what you can basically do, you can build your buildings for almost free. Why? Because you just save money, let's say it's X thousand, you can get minus construction costs from your religion and another 15% from your government. And you can even max it with the mission tree. So basically you pay almost half the price for the buildings. Isn't that beautiful? So by around 1500 you'll be having very strong economy because of your nice trade node, almost invincible army with over 100,000 of manpower, because once you get the holy sites around you and the other provinces, you'll be able to get the manpower bonus in the true faith provinces. So to get religious ideas, you'll be having this bonus practically everywhere. You should have finished your first and second idea quick, and in most of the cases also have the first level bonus from your great project in Shirvan. So finally guys, I hope that you enjoyed this guide, and if you hit 2137 likes on this video, then nothing is going to happen. I'm going to just keep doing great content for you guys, and I don't need likes to prove it. So for today, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon in another video.